I'm Kerry Stagmer, and we are the blacksmiths of Baltimore Knife and Sword. We're going to be building some of your favorite things and fantastic objects you've never seen before.
We were very excited when Amazon Games contacted us about making a sword for the game lostark. Then they sent over what they wanted us to build, the Berserker sword. It is an absolutely massive, monumental sculpture of a weapon. We're gonna have to do this in multiple episodes. It's too much work to just concise into one Man-at-Arms episode. We're gonna do it in multiple parts. We'll show you how everything comes together.
So in building a sword this big, we can't really approach it like a normal sword. We've got to think of it more as a kind of a monumental work of sculpture. What we've done is built this central backbone out of pipe that's going to have the rest of these frame pieces attached to it. We've broken it up into 3 sections: at the front, the center, and the back. John's getting ready to put the second plates on the top, and then that will give us the whole framework that we can build the rest of the sword around.
So this is actually the back panel where the lion's head will be. So the chin area is down about here, and the whole face comes out, and it's going to protrude out 6 to 8 inches on each side. And then of course there's the main body. But all the different panels that we're cutting, these are in 10 gauge steel, which is about 1/8 of an inch thick, is going to give us a pretty strong structure underneath. And then we're going to be able to build the blades around the outside of that, and there's big spikes up on the ends. And well, as soon as we have these plates laid out, you'll see what the entire piece is going to look like.
All right, so I've sketched out the lion's head on this piece of sheet metal, and I'm going to draw it out on this one because we need to make 2. Because Derek and I will be forming these into lion's heads, and first we're going to start with the press.
The structure for this sword ready, we need to actually make it into a sword, and that means bringing it to an edge. It's a little bit complicated to do because we've got such a thick section here. So we've got a sort of a top-down view of the shape of the pattern here, and Paul and I are going to be laying out some cardboard and making patterns so we get all the material we need.
And since the fact that this blade profile actually goes from about 4.5 inches to 2.5 inches, it gets even more complex as we have to twist and make the metal form in different ways. We have to cut it different ways to make that form actually come out.
Now, Berserker from lostark has a large illuminated panel in the center of the sword. We're going to create this from 1-inch plexiglass. I'll draw the patterns out, then we'll cut them out, sculpt the bevels, and we can illuminate this on the sword.
철과근은 필요 없어. 재료는 오직 아크라시. 더 힘차게 두들겨 천둥 소리도 들리지 않게.
A few moments later.
Time and time again, you bring us new and incredible challenges. This time, the task was absolutely monumental. It took a shop of 12 people, several weeks, day and night, working on this sword. Now that all the tasks are completed, we bring to you Berserker from lostark.
got this?
Maybe.
One, two, three. That's as good as I'm okay with. Yeah. Looks great.